أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فعما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن، وعما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن. كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما. كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وعنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يعثق وثاقه أحد. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. أعوذ بالله، صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد كلما ذكره الذاكرون وصل على سيدنا محمد كلما غفل عنه الغافلون. رضينا بالله تعالى ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي عمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربنا زدنا علما، ربنا زدنا علما، ربنا زدنا علما. آمين ثم آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I hope all of you will be in the state of increasing iman, inshallah, and I hope you all will be healthy, inshallah. So these days we are studying Surah Fajr, and you'll be aware that we have been studying it since long time, like since maybe 3 to 4 Sundays. This is fifth Sunday for Surah Fajr. Because it has 30 ayat, and it's coming with a lot of lessons, so that's why it's taking us this much time. And I'm sure you will be going through the previous lectures so that you will have better understanding of these ayat, inshallah. So I'll not go back because that will take a lot of time. So last time we had studied till ayat number 14, and I had little bit discussed about ayah number 15. So we'll go ahead with ayah 15, and then we'll see what Allah says, inshallah. So ayah number 15 says, فَعَمَّ الْإِنسَانُ إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَّمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنِ. So here, this is a psychological point of view. Whenever Allah blesses someone with wealth, with any talent, with any sort of resource, so that person thinks that insan thinks that, because here Allah is not mentioning any believer, any disbeliever, any person from Ahl Kitab. No, Allah just said categorically fa'amal insan. So everybody is included in this. every person is included in this, irrespective of gender, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion. So what's the human tendency? That is, when his Lord tries him by giving him honor and gifts, then he says with arrogance, my Lord has honored me. My Lord has honored me. Last time also we talked about it. So what is rebellion and what is fasad? So we had a very good discussion about it. So I would like to point out certain things. So when somebody is granted something, so he or she should not say that I am the favorite person of Allah. Because we should not say that? Because everything we have, whatever we have, including our bodies, I repeat it every time. I repeat it with myself also. I tell myself every day that whatever we have, including our bodies, including the faculties of seeing, faculty of hearing, faculty of speaking, faculty of listening, faculty of eating, faculty of walking, whatever we have, these are internal resources. And whatever we have in terms of external resources, for example, if I have money, if we have property, if we have something else which is significant to the people, then all these things come under the trial of Allah. Allah is testing all of us with all these things. We should not say that I'm the like favorite person of Allah, so that's why He's giving me. No, it's not that case. Who told you that? Where is that fatwa? That fatwa is not in the Quran. There's you can see the Quran. There's no fatwa like that. Like if Allah is loving you, then He will give you everything. No, no, no. Allah loved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What did he get? He had nothing when he left this world. And Allah loved Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam. He cried for years and years together. And Hazrat Ayyub alayhi salam, what was he? He was a prophet. And he also had to go through that difficult situation. So Allah tests us in different ways, on the base of our iman, on the base of our need, on the base of circumstances, on the base of whatever we have. So Allah is testing us, and Allah is going to test us till our breath, till our last breath. So we should not be in this illusion that Allah is not testing me, Allah is favoring me a lot because I'm His favorite person, I'm her favorite person. So that's not the case. So when the word Kareem, it means you can't call yourself Kareem. You can only be called Kareem when others show you respect, and it becomes recognized that this person is always being honored, kirama. So the first tough test Allah gives the human is that He gives him an honorable and distinctive position in the society, so he or she is famously recognized. That's a test. If somebody is famous, that's a test. So we say that no, 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 that's not a test. But Allah is categorically repeating here. That is a test. That's a test. And when we talk about the word na'ama, na'ama means abundant life of comfort. It means ease. It means luxury. It means like there is luxury, there is ease wherever you turn. Right? So a lot of people mistakenly think that Allah loves them if He gives them wealth. So I am going to tell you this is a major misunderstanding, and it has caused many people to deviate from the truth when it came to them. Allah gave many bad people a lot of wealth and honor in society. For example, we have many examples. Qarun is there, Firaun is there. There are like this Biden is there, Netanyahu is there. He has everything right now. If he would want to go somewhere, he just has to inform his jet people, and then they will land him wherever he wants. Like the person who is abusing Muslims in India, so that person is also kind of having a good power. So that doesn't mean that uh, Allah is not testing him. Allah is testing everyone. So Firaun had a lot of wealth, and similarly, Qarun had a lot of wealth. Qarun, the story of Qarun is mentioned in Surah Kahf. And in the same line, why is Allah saying that? Because Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is reciting this surah in front of whom? The Quraysh. The Quraysh leaders who were disbelievers had a lot of honor and prestige in society. They had good amount of wealth. And but who gave them all of this? It's Allah. Why? Why did he give them? He tested them. So now I'm like I have to inform you that this kind of test is very dangerous, and it's very difficult to recognize. It's very difficult to recognize. Now you will ask me why. It is difficult. It is a challenging test. It's a devastating test because people do not know that this is a test. So what happens? They are not patient. They are not thankful to Allah. They are not obedient to Allah. They feel that this is because of my performance. This is because of my wealth. This is because of my situation. So Allah is honoring me. That's why I'm having all these things. Allah is on my side. No, no, no. That's not right. So when Allah says that this guy, this person, this insan says that فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنْ. So he did not mention, this man did not mention the blessings that were given to him. He just mentioned honor. He is implying that this honor I have is God given. Right? And if you study the history of the world, you will see that most of the corrupt leaders, corrupt rulers, corrupt kings in whole history had always argued that God is on our side. They would always say that He is on our side. We are having divine help. Even the Faraina, the plural of Firaun, uh, they all believe that the sun is on their side. And even amongst Hindus also, they believe that the stars had chosen them. And in Catholic Christians, they believe that the king was divinely ordained by God. So they considered their honor, blessings of luxuries to be specific for them due to God choosing them over all other people. So this is at the individual level a sickness, a disease. So when this slave mentioned, when this insan mentions Allah, he only does so out of arrogance and to raise his level of pride in front of people. He doesn't do it so as to be thankful to Allah. So there's a difference between saying فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمًا, and that guy said, my God has honored me. There is nothing wrong in that. But what is Allah saying here is this insan is highlighting himself for the sake of people so that he will show his pride. See, I'm divinely helped. See, God is on my side. Allah is on my side. No, no problem. But we have to. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, be thankful to Allah, mention His blessings, but not out of arrogance, not out of pride, not for the sake of people, not to gather the attention of people, not to attract the attention of people. So so that people will see you in different view, different perspective. No, 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 not for that. You should mention the blessings of Allah so as to become close to Allah, so as to be thankful to Allah, so as to become more and more obedient to Allah. If you have something, be thankful to Allah and tell people that it's because of Allah only. I have nothing, it's because of Allah only. If I have this wealth, it's of Allah. Allah has given me, and I don't deserve it. And I'm really thankful to Allah. So we have to be thankful to Allah in letter and separate, right? And then Allah says, ayah number 16, وَعَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَحَانًا. The opposite of it, the opposite of ayah number 15. Allah says, when this person is tried, when this person is tried and Allah restricts his provision, his qadr, when Allah restricts that, his rizq, his provision, he says, فَيَقُولُ, he says, رَبِّي أَهَانًا, my Lord has humiliated me. Astaghfirullah. He says that my Lord has humiliated me. Astaghfirullah. Na'uzubillah. So this ayah is actually the continuation of the description of that same person, which was described in that ayah number 15. So when Allah says that فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ, it means that he lessens, he constrains the provision for him. And Allah used the word qadara. It means very precise estimation, very precise calculation. It's like you have been given in a calculated manner. Earlier, Allah was giving without calculation, but now Allah is giving you in a calculation manner. Right? So when he had been given wealth, that was written for him in his qadr, that destiny. When he lost wealth, that was also already written for him in his qadr. So when we go deep into this thought, when we try to comprehend it, when we try to be mindful of whatever is happening around us, then you will understand if something did not happen. For example, if something did not happen, I wanted something. I wanted masala dosa today, but there was no masala dosa in mess, right? So why didn't it happen? There was vada and idli only, for example. If I wanted to have puri, or if I wanted to qualify the exam, I couldn't qualify. If I wanted to accomplish the entrance test or some scholarship, then it didn't happen. Why? So there's a reason. It was not in your qadr. It was not in my qadr that I'll eat dosa today. I'll eat puri today. Something else was written for me. And it was like, I will not have breakfast today. Despite I will try, I'll have meetings one after another. Then that's called as what? That's called qadr. So even the morsel of food which did not go into your mouth had not been written for us. It was not written for you. It was not written. So when this person says that ahanan, it says that it's somebody has made an attempt to humiliate him out of animosity against him. But Allah is not like that. Allah is not like that. Right? So now the question is, why do people associate honor with, and with what? One is, why what do people associate honor with? Like, what is their criteria, and why do they do that? So then we come to understand that nowadays, in the contemporary times, people associate their honor with wealth. They associate their honor with a good property. They say that if I have good property, then I'm honorable. If I have good wealth. If I have few crores in my account, then I am wealthy. I'm an honorable person. If I have a bungalow, then I'm an honorable person. So, but in the eyes of Allah, that's not the criteria. The criteria is different. In Surah Hujurat, Allah has categorically said, "Inna akramakumullahi, inna akramakum indallahi atqakum." Indeed, those people who are honorable in the sight of Allah are those who are pious, who are righteous, who are righteous. You may be honorable in the eyes of people, but you're not honorable in the eyes of Allah, in the eyes of your Creator, in the sight of your Creator. You're not, because the category is different, the criterion is different in the sight of Allah. So all the time we have to strive to attain that level, to attain that honor, not this worldly honor. If Allah gives us, that's not a problem. But we should not like strive for it. There should be a balance. We should not strive for these material things. We should strive for what? The honor of Allah. Right? So uh, there's one more question. What's our risk? It is the blessing we have. It also includes the honor we have been given by Allah. Right? So when that wealth is taken away from him, he thinks he has lost his respect and honor, because that criterion was different. And he thinks that the only way he'll gain it back, he will gain this honor back, is through getting wealth back again. So this actually affects the Muslim mind today. We feel embarrassed to have cheaper company brand clothes. If I have a pant of 200 rupees, then I'll feel shy, because the other person is having 1,500 rupees of pant or shirt of 2,000 rupees. Both the things are clothes. Why should we brag about it? Why should we do israf? So we have to understand that. We feel embarrassed because I don't have car, I don't have even scooty, and the other person has expensive cars. They have like many things. They have expensive watch, expensive mobile phones. I don't have. So then we get embarrassed. So then we have been affected to subconsciously think that there's no respect, there's no honor except through wealth and expensive items. If I have iPhone 16 Pro, I don't know what's the latest brand, maybe 16 Pro, I guess, I'm not sure. We feel that if I have iPhone, then I'm the honorable person. If I have MacBook, if I have a good car, if I have Ola bike, then I'll be honorable and I'll be respectful. I'll be respected by people also. So, as I was pointing out in the beginning also, Allah never said, the believer said this. Allah said, فَعَمَّ الْإِنسَانَ. He said, insan. Insan says these words. Insan means what? Insan comes from the word nasiya. Nasiya means forgetful human being, forgetful of his purpose, forgetful of his Lord's promises. So when he forgets the purpose, what is the purpose? Was my purpose to purchase iPhone 11, iPhone 30? Was my purpose to show off my MacBook Air? Was my purpose to show off my bike, my this car? What was my purpose? What was the purpose of my being in this world? So then we have to understand that there is something wrong in our purpose. There is something wrong in our ideology. So then we have to go back and try to find the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? Do I have to, is my purpose like um, this eating, sleeping, and going to office done? No, that's not a purpose. Even these things are done by animals also. What's my purpose? That purpose is clearly defined in the Quran. That is to please Allah, to please Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to strive for the deen, to strive for the haqq, to do something for the akhirah. This life is temporary. Recently, a Kerala girl, she was, I guess, 15 years old. She died. Who would have known that this girl of 15 years old will die? Who would have known that? I am in front of you today. I don't know what will be my situation tomorrow. Not tomorrow, just after 5 minutes. Whether I'll be able to continue the talk or not. So this we have to keep in mind. If I'll have to go, if that's in the mind, I'm not sure when I'm going to die, then am I sure, like, have I done something for my akhirah, for my afterlife? Have I given charity? Have I fasted enough? Have I given zakat? Am I praying regularly? Am I praying 5 times namaz? Am I reciting Quran with contemplation, with reflection, with tadabbur and tafakkur? Do I do that? And am I helping Muslims? Am I doing something for the deen? So these will help us find a purpose. These will help us. So everything Allah gives is a gift, since He owns everything, and we were born with nothing. Did we have anything? We didn't even have clothes when we were born. We didn't have even clothes. He doesn't have to give to us. Please make note of it. He doesn't have to give it to us. So we should form a relationship with Allah in the right possible way, so that He will give us more. La in shakartum la azidannakum. In Surah Ibrahim, Allah says it categorically. If you are grateful to me, then I'll increase in your favors. I'll do that. So what happens is, it's only through a corrupt relationship with Allah or a lack of sincerity with Him that causes insan to complain this way. That's only two ways. Either the corrupt relationship or the insincerity. There's no sincerity with Allah. That's why this insan says that I like Allah has dishonored me. And if someone carries on complaining in ungratefulness, in kufr, usually the next step is rebelling against Allah. That's if Allah did not give me enough money through halal, then I'll do it through haram. That's not wrong. If I'm just having 10,000 rupees, and if I'm not earning much, then I'll do something haram, then I'll earn very good money. So, and rebellion and tughyan brought corruption and the destruction of the nations before us. So, we see how nations become corrupt through corrupt individuals who have wrong understandings about Allah's face. So we should ask Allah to change our attitudes towards deen, change our attitude towards Quran, change our attitude towards our personal purposes and collective purposes, change our attitude towards wealth, towards luxuries, towards honor. May Allah grant us that true honor. I mean, okay, after that, Allah says, Kalla balla tukrimun al yatim. This is a very important ayah. Not at all. Kalla. No, not at all. Balla tukrimun al yatim. You do not deserve to be honored at all, because you do not honor the orphan. Balla tukrimun al yatim. You don't honor the orphan. And you're talking about honor. You're talking about respect. When you do not respect the orphan, how should I give you respect? How should I honor you then? Why would I honor you then? If you're not showing honor to these people, these hapless people, then how will I do that? So orphan or yatim is someone who doesn't have any family or support in any way. And recently I was reading, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, um, there's no orphanhood after the puberty age. If you cross the puberty, then you're not an orphan. You're not yatim. So that's in hadith. Recently I read it. Um, and yatim can be called as someone, as a children who have single parents and cannot earn enough for basic necessities, right? And yatim can also be someone, people who convert to Islam and are disowned by their parents. They can also be yatim because they are in need of help. Yatim can also be like given to the Muslim widows, especially in Muslim populated countries. Everyone disowns them due to respect again, and she has no help. So people who did not have any helpers in society were known as yatim in the time of Allah's Messenger, in the time of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. People who did not have any helpers. Here, Allah doesn't even mention here the feeding or providing of yatim. He just says, you do not honor them. Technically, um, it's very easy to honor someone higher in society, who is in a higher rank than you. But what about the weaker people? What about the lower people, lower class in your society, who are below you in society, who need help? Why don't you respect them? Why don't you show respect to them? So Allah is doing a reality check with us. If you are claiming that if you are Muslims, you want to have a share in Akhirah, then you have to honor these people. You have to honor these orphans. And then Allah says, وَلَا تَحَاضُّونَ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. And you don't encourage each other at all in feeding the poor. You do not urge one another to feed the poor. Not even talking about you are giving to the poor, you are feeding the poor. You don't even encourage. Who will encourage that? The one who does that. If you're doing something, or for example, if you're going to a restaurant and you found very good food, then what will you say? You will inform others also. Oh my God, that food was very great. I encourage you to go there and taste that good food. So that's how it is done, right? So here, these Quraysh people did not even do that charity themselves. They did not feed the poor, forget about encouraging. That's why they would not encourage people. That's why Allah is saying that, okay, you're not doing it yourself, but please, why don't you encourage people? You do not encourage people at all. For what? Feeding the poor. Ta'amil miskin. So Allah told us to honor the weak and then encourage ourselves and others to feed them. This is because um, we live in a society where we might give some money to the homeless person on the street. Then we'll say, here's the 10 rupees, here's the 100 rupees, but don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Recently, there was a video of an MP. I won't name them. So there was a Dalit woman. She was trying to hug her. She was trying to shake her hands, but she said, "No, no, no. You stay away. You stay away. I'm just here to have a photography session, have a videography session. So that's it. You don't dare to touch me." So that has happened in this world right now. So Allah is telling us, we need to do ikram, we need to honor the ones who are in need. There is no dawah to Islam better than this. You can check your surroundings. If you go out and help people irrespective of their religion, then their hearts will feel something. They will say, no, this person who is coming to me, they have something. That's why they believe in something. That's why they are coming here. You people have this wealth and people respect you, yet you spend the blessings given to you in vain and useless activities. Why should then be you be the you be the worthy of honor? How you're not eligible for that. If you don't even honor and feed the needy with the blessings given to you, then you are not worthy of the honor of Allah. So that's how Allah is making us understand what is our duty, what's our duty towards our fellow people, our fellow humans, irrespective of religion. So this is the way to present dawah to people, present this dawah, right? So this is how we can come closer to people. When we will help them, they will understand, no, this person is coming to me for some reasons. She has something, she believes in something, he believes in something. That'll be something. Why would he come here? There'll be something. And then when they will ask you, what do you believe in? Then if you say Quran, then they might be like they might be willing to ask you about it. They might be willing to um, listen to your message of the rahmah, message of the uh, uh, truth, message of the haqq. They might be willing to do that. But we have to go there. We have to go out and help them. That's what Allah is saying here. He doesn't say that, no, 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 you have to help Muslims only. No, you have to help everyone. So then Allah says, وَتَأْكُلُونَ التُّرَاثَ أَكْلًا لَمًّا, and you devour inheritance all with greed. You usurp, you take the inheritance all with greed, altogether. So on top of this, you consume turath. You consume turath. Turath means virasa. It means inherited inherited wealth. It can also refer to wealth which you gain without having to do any work for it. So this person is already rich, but he still wants more free money. So you see an ill member dying, and all you think is, how am I going to inherit from their money after they die? You're not concerned about their this relief, about their cure, but you are concerned about what will happen to their inheritance after he dies, after she dies. How will it come into my account, come into my possession so that I enjoy, right? When Allah says, akla lamma, lam means pile something together, put your arms around it and eat it. Aklal, eat it. This is how you want to eat up the wealth of the orphan. These criticisms are being directed at the disbelievers, but we live in such a shocking time that even Muslims are doing this due to their cultural backgrounds. We should not say that, no, 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 only disbelievers do that. We don't. We are innocent people. Muslims are innocent people. No, no, no. Who said that? You see the Muslim families. You go around and check the Muslim families. They do not do ikram to their people, to their sisters, to their brothers, to their sons, to their daughters. They do not do that. They do not ikram, they do not honor their parents who gave them birth, who let them come into this life. They do not honor their parents. How will they honor you? And you see how brothers are trying, how Muslim brothers are trying to usurp the inheritance of their sisters. They're watching when she will go out, and then I'll take money. If parents die, then brothers take control of everything. Why does it happen? Because they do not fear Allah. Say that, let's see, Allah is Ghafurur Rahim. Allah will not do anything. This is my sister. And they sometimes they say that, they say to sister, uh, didn't I do the expenditure of your marriage? I was the one who spent a lot of wealth for your marriage. If that was the case, did you tell your sister that I am spending this much wealth right now, so it'll be out of your inheritance? Did you tell them? No, because you wanted to usurp her money. You wanted to devour that inheritance. So that's really, really dangerous. And Allah does not like those people. So they don't give their sisters inheritance, share to them. It's like, uh, sometimes some people say that, some Muslim brothers say that, I need it more than her. What does she need it for? I'm alive. It's not like her inheritance is with me. Her virasa is with me. So whenever she'll come, I'll give you. I'll give her, no problem. But that time doesn't come. That time doesn't come. So that's how they they devour the inheritance of their sisters. I'm talking about Muslims. You can see around. You can go around and check how many Muslim sisters have got their inheritance. You check. If we do the analysis, and the figures will be very bad. Figures will be very bad. This was the rasam, this was the ritual of the disbelievers. But we have also got it because we do not fear Allah. Say that, no, no problem. She's my sister. Allah will not question me. Who told you that? Allah will question you. If you are a brother, Allah will question you. Allah will question me if I'm not giving inheritance to my sister. So then Allah says, وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا, and you love the wealth with all your hearts. You love wealth gathered, in a gathered way. حُبًّا جَمًّا. You're so much in love with this wealth that you're in intense love with wealth. You want to gather somehow. If it is halal, if it is haram, no problem. You want to gather it. So that's the biggest crime this person has committed, since his love for wealth is the root cause for all the evils. Jama'a means to fill a scale to the brim, fully loaded, a lot of full wealth. These people think their wealth will be with them always. You check around in your vicinity. You see how many last year some people were there, some old people were there. This time they're not. They are in their qubur. They're somewhere else. They have gone from this world. Where are they? Did they take any amount of wealth? Did they take any bungalow with their qabr? Or was there qabr inside their bungalow? Had they made any wasiya? No, you should not. You should not keep my qabr in the qabristan. You should keep my qabr in my bungalow, inside that underground. So did they make that will? Where are they right now? They're gone. With what? With just two pieces of cloth. Just that. White color cloth. That's kafan. The shroud. At the end, nobody gets anything. Nobody gets anything. Only that white piece of cloth. Ashte. Done. But still people are greedy for that wealth. So that's why people think that their wealth will be with them always, or that it'll stay within their families. No, who told you that? We can see that again. It's a qadr of Allah. Some bungalows catch fire. What happens to their houses then? What happens to their bungalows then? Something happens, or any calamity happens in the family. So they have to spend a lot of wealth on that calamity. So that's not guaranteed. But Allah says, surely we will inherit the earth and what is on it, and to us is the return. إنه نرث الأرض ومن عليها وإلينا يرجعون. And to us is their return. So everyone has to come back, everyone. Right? And then Allah says, كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا. There's a symmetry in these ayat. A very, very wonderful, like poetic way Allah has described these things. Allah says, كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا. Indeed not, when the earth is incessantly pounded to become a sand desert. No, when the earth is smashed and pounded. The word dakka is dakka means pound and beat a material till it becomes dust. Then you can flatten it out. When Allah uses dakka and dakka, it means pounded and pounded till it is flattened out. Allah told us about how He has made the mountains as nusub, as pegs, has spread the earth for us. This same earth, He will pound and beat it till it becomes flattened. So in the previous ayah, وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا, wealth was mentioned. The same wealth you are holding up and keeping safe, that's part of what will be pounded and turned into useless dust. On the earth, you have your bungalows, you have your apartments, you have your other properties, and all those things will become dust. And what is your mehnat upon them? What is your hard work upon them? Allah will ask you, I had given you wealth. What did you do with that? I had given you younghood. What did you do with that? I had given you knowledge. What did you do with that? And I'll say, Ya Allah, you can see I had made a wonderful bungalow for my people. I had a big apartment. So that was 70, it had 70 floors. Allah will ask me, what was I going to do with those 70 floors of your apartment? What was I going to do with that bungalow? And in your neighborhood, that widow was still begging outside your bungalow. Didn't you care for that? Didn't you read Surah Fajr? Didn't you read uh, uh, Surah Ara'ayta alladhi yukadhibu bid-din, Surah Ma'un? Didn't you read that? So where were you actually? Were you investing all these things into into becoming famous in this world? So, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to become famous in the life hereafter, not here. We don't have to become famous here. We're not supposed to do that. Even if we become famous, that's useless. I'm telling you, that's useless. Even if we become famous in this world, it's timely, it's not permanent, it's temporary, and it's useless. Some people will like flatter you, they will praise you, but after that, nothing will happen. If Allah will praise you, that's something which will give us something, which will give us something great. So we have to strive for that. We don't have to strive for bungalows. We don't have to strive for having crores in our accounts. We don't have to strive for getting a good big business. No, we do whatever is halal. We can earn money, no problem. But don't make it your purpose. Please don't make it your purpose. Our purpose should be, our eyes should be on the akhirah. Our eyes should be in Jannah, on the gates of Jannah, or I should be on the gates of Jannah. How am I going to enter the Jannah? What is the criteria? I should know that. What's the eligibility? How will I attain the pleasure of Allah and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? I should know about that. But unfortunately, Muslims do not know that. Muslims only know that how to attain wealth, how to secure it, how to be possessive about it. That's the only thing Muslims have attained in these years. So then Allah says, this is ayah number 22. We are left with 8 ayat. So should we continue or should we stop here? What should we do? Should we continue or should we go ahead with the ayat? Because we are left with 8 ayat, and I really want to go deep into those ayat, and it will take time, and we have namaz time over here also. So I think it'll be good if we stop and then start. Like the next Sunday will be our last session, inshallah. Should we stop here? And somebody write in chat box. Okay, all right. We'll stop here, and then next Sunday we'll complete the surah, inshallah. Okay, Jazakumullahu khairan kathira. Please join the classes on time. I'm really upset with the group members because they're not showing up sometimes. So it's if you have not made Quran your priority, then I can't do anything. So it's up to you to learn the Quran, and it's up to you to not learn the Quran. Nothing will happen to me. So I'm just here as someone who wants to teach whatever I have got. So that's why I'm taking these classes. So please take it seriously and be forthcoming in asking questions, be forthcoming in joining these classes. So Jazakumullah khairan kathira once again. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.